Hey, Oregon, let's motherfucking go. New season, new fucking beginnings. Let's start this thing off right. And let's see what the hell going on. We going black and yellow today. We going black and yellow.
Glad to have you with us from Eugene, Oregon. A beautiful college football afternoon in the place quoted as being where great teams go to die. Today, the Rockers
It's your year, Kenyon.
fired up as their Ducks are set to open another season at Autzen Stadium. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a team from the Pac-12, the Oregon Ducks. 48 Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Ducks ready to get this thing started and open the season. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Clemson's offense will get the first possession of the game.
97 throw
And
foul.
here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Tackled immediately after the catch. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. On second down, just keeps firing. Gets it out fast. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, receivers got to understand, find space. And my quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Coming after him. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up.
Well, all my unit concepts is dope.
And all defenses talk about it. Sacks, tackles for a loss, affecting the quarterback the best way you can. The first drive of the game, already getting home. Nice start for this team.
All right, defense, man up across the board.
The obvious. First and second down didn't
Thompson,
work out.
you're gonna catch the slant from the slot. There you go.
And he was hit just as he
He
released
knew
it.
one was coming from somewhere.
Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He makes the catch at the 10. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. So Oregon's offense will go to work for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of
Let's
this
go
football
offense.
team. Generally, games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win.
Why are you in the game?
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Tripped up at the 25.
Boy, tackle, you ain't blocked no damn body.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Here's the handoff. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
And on that run, he shows you his speed, speed, speed. When I think Oregon Duck running backs, LaMichael James, Kenyon Barner, Jonathan Stewart, I think about guys that are burners, and when they got into the second level, they were gone. That's exactly
Oh, that's how you square your shoulders up.
They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. They'll throw it on first down. Makes the grab. If they're going to keep covering him like that, they're just going to keep going to him.
Yeah, and it's so hard because you want to stay back and take away the weapons.
There go my boy.
Receivers, but when this guy's going to be able to catch the football and he makes plays like this, now I'm going to have to maybe go play more man, bring a guy to him, and not let him get those open touches.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Hey, lineman.
That play had zero shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
Quarterback will audible. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Ducks will punt this one away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
The best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
Really nice run there. And this guy's so exciting to watch when he's out in the open field. Kind of reminds me of old Clemson greats like C.J. Spiller and Travis Etienne. When they got into the second level, you just held your breath because you thought there was a chance they could break it off for a touchdown. This guy has that same dynamic playmaking ability.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run front. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones. D linemen staying in their gaps. Linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Fires to the wideout. And they'll miss the connection here on third down. So Clemson is lining up to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Never had a chance. One coverage to get down there and knock him down inside the 10. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes...
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And the pass hits, picked off. Got room on the return. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
They'll run play-action. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
And, guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
It's complete to the right. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. And the Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Pocket starts to collapse. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
I tell you what, the offense, they get the big run play, and then what are you thinking? Maybe play action, take a shot. How about the defense? They were ready to roll. Even though they gave up the run, they didn't just play the run. They were ready for the pass and got the big sack.
Looking left. Got his man downfield. They finally make the stop, and what a fantastic way to finish off this first quarter.
Okay, Bruno.
Play. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. First down to start the drive after the break. Use the play fake, now to throw. Buys a little time with his feet. Caught in the backfield, it's Thorne. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. That can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Quarterback moving. On the run, fires downfield. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He finds his man. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And the holder will put it down on the left hash, a 34-yard attempt coming. Not a chance. Missed it. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can...
Let's
go.
go.
The defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
On the move, he fires. And the misconnection on 3rd down. Clemson will send the punt team out. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football. Had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him.
There you go, Brink.
Of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. After the good pickup on 1st down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. They'll go right back to it. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
And that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team always been built on that tempo and ground game.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. The Ducks have pushed it inside the 20. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. They missed a field goal on that last drive, but here on 3rd down, they can't afford for this possession to come up empty. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires to the wideout. And they can't
Come on, bro.
on 3rd down. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. He got it. With that field goal, guys, we're all tied up in here.
God damn. Ugh.
And for a quick update, let's let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in a terrific top 15
Offense,
matchup.
but we got to get it
Penn
together.
State is down, but don't rule out some late-game magic. With that offense and the kid on D, who's the latest stud at linebacker, anything is possible. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to UConn. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And here comes the offense on second down. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Receiver looks it in. It's complete.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's going to pass. Looking deep.
Let's go.
On the right side.
Way to put some pressure on them D tackle. Way to put some pressure on them D tackle.
But he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he's brought down after a nice gain. From the 30-yard line on first down. He's looking to throw it. Oh, he had him right.
I didn't mean to hit your button. My bad, bro.
Right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Pass rush coming out
Bro,
of the quarterback.
y'all got to get to your routes.
The quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum.
I definitely see what you mean, bullies, if you tuned in about
Third and long, and he'll try
offensive woes. Let's go.
He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. First and goal. The execution on that screen pass is one that will go in a coaching clinic.
Nice execution on the screen. Allow the rush to come upfield. Now I release, get the ball to the running back. I got my playmaker in space. Nice chunk yardage play right there by the offense.
They'll dial up the run on
Ooh.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see.
That's all right.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Feeling some heat. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
In that 2nd down play, the defense, I think, was expecting pass. So you saw them come firing upfield. They use their speed. They use their athleticism. They win the one-on-ones, and they get a big-time sack.
Zings it complete to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Number 13 on the field goal.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, a stirring start to things today in Eugene as we say hello from our broadcast studios.
Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. On the move from inside is 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different...
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Scoops it up, still a live ball.
Oh, that nigga was open in the middle of the field. Come on, O-line. Y'all got to do better than that.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down.
Well, the defense obviously went in at halftime. They were trailing on the scoreboard. They needed to make some adjustments, and already they're showing some positive signs. On the very first drive of the second half, they're able to register a sack on third down, looking to get the ball back to their offense here.
Slips through the line. Smashes in with the stiff arm. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Short fields make successful offenses, just what they want here. Works the middle.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
He's going to pass on second down. Throws toward the end zone.
What you looking for?
Tiger. And with that, they jump on top here in the second half.
And it took a minute, but the passing attack now on board. The first passing touchdown of the season, and it took to the second half, but I'll tell you what, this offense will find its rhythm. They'll grow. They'll get better throughout the season, and this is going to be a hard passing attack to stop.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
That was a hell of a throw.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing, then get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
He wants to throw here on second down. Unloads to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He'll come out throwing on first down. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
On second down, they'll take to the air. He's not afraid to go deep. And that
Bruh.
pass is intercepted.
Well, I love the job by the coaching staff there defensively, matching the personnel of the offense.
But you gotta be able to get the ball out there.
Their dime package out on the field. So you bring out the extra defensive back. You're anticipating a pass. Perfect timing to run that personnel, and you get the pick.
Running back searching for a hole. Pretty good job of running to get there to the 32.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
Fair catch called for and made. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind
Oh,
you. You
bitch.
got to see what this defense has been doing to be so
I thought you were
successful.
doing a post route.
Now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough.
Way to
It's like
correct
you
the
have to get
mistake of
perfect
quarterback,
play on
tight
just to get
end.
a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. You always have to be aware of the running threat from the Oregon quarterbacks, but here getting business done through the air.
No doubt, Reese, because you're worried about his legs, the read game, all the stuff they can do. It opens up the passing attack. And I think when you've seen the Ducks teams throughout history, the ones that have enough balance to keep you off guard, keep you guessing, are the ones that are the best teams.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On second down, looking to throw. Fires to the right. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force.
Ah, you're supposed to put some zip on that. No.
Through it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air.
No, that's a dot.
They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the third down, now setting up 1st and goal.
They'll put the tight end in motion. A 1st down run on the doorstep. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Wide out in motion. Looking for the end zone on 2nd and goal. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range.
Oh, yeah.
Got 2 downs.
And then missed the field goal.
Maybe getting your quarterback out.
Other quarterback threw 2 picks.
Option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
And here they come to give it another shot on 3rd and goal from the 3. Trying to slam in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ducks!
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. That drive covered. Yards for the score. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They got it on offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
They didn't need, I hit the square button.
I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a
They ain't even give him the animation.
To your defense.
He's got his man. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. Line getting set on 2nd down.
We gained the D-line this year.
Expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Out of the gun.
Let's go.
Inside handoff to the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
On the phone with my damn brother earlier. Meant to put South Carolina on the damn schedule.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward.
Can anyone catch him? Touchdown, Clemson! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
And how about this quarterback right
Come
away
on,
saying, I
fellas. If
got to
y'all
get rid
gonna
of the football. There's
undercut,
a
you
lot of
can't
guys near the line of
miss.
scrimmage. He spits it out, and I let my receiver do the rest. Let my playmaker make me look really good, really nice pitch and catch. And guess what? You got the lead now in the fourth quarter.
He'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the
Boy, I
offense.
swear.
Looking for a productive play on first down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the wideout. Rolls it in. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. He wants to throw. They're bringing heat. And this sophomore
Bro, y'all got
wreaks
to
some
get
havoc
into
and
your
get the
route.
sack. And the Ducks want to crank the tempo.
I think this quarterback now at this point is
Y'all
looking over the
taking
sideline
entirely
saying,
too
hey, can we
long to
just
get
not
into your
throw it
route.
anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for him. I've got no chance back here.
He's going up top.
Come on, Mouse.
Fingers incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed
Come
it in
on,
the hands of
Mouse.
his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide
Perfect
out, deep
fucking
downfield,
throw.
can't finish the play.
Nah, I was playing my brother, doggone, and his game ended up fucking disconnected, but he was on my ass. I ain't gonna lie.
He'll take another shot here.
Come on,
Trying to put
quarterback.
points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes a connection. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down.
And that was one of those gotta happen. I mean, it's a 4th quarter, 4th down. We gotta get some points. Palmer, they needed that one.
Yeah, all routes have to be run at the right
Oh,
time.
come
The
on.
ball's got to come out at the right
I
time.
heard,
Nice job
I
there by the
jurtled.
quarterback, working through his progression, finding the open
They
field,
didn't
his
give
route.
me the
Of
jurtle.
course, it was the quarterback. I thought it was the receiver.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Fires to the big fella. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the 1st down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
Comes out throwing on 1st down.
But why they make him catch the ball like that? That was a running after the catch, man. Come on.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field.
That was the perfect auto. This nigga.
Make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Touchdown, Oregon!
There you go, big man. Way to clear a path.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
He's got it, and the lead is up to a field goal. up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5.
Oh, shit.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
This has got to be frustrating if you're the offensive coordinator because you've had receivers open down the field, just haven't had time to get them the football. This defense doing an outstanding job with their pass rush.
They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I like the idea of going draw there. You're trying to sell pass, but you still need to do a better job up front executing those blocks. There's too many one-on-ones where they got beat, and as a result, they suffer a negative block.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
The name of the game is protecting your quarterback. He can't have success or complete passes on his back. Let's get the quick passing game going, maybe hand the football off. But whatever we're doing, let's go the opposite direction.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air.
And that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend.
Oh, my God.
They stop him cold.
Yeah,
Maybe
he was
gets
going
a yard
to the outside.
34.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side, so our offense
Tight
has
end,
some
I really
time.
just want you
Got
to
make
big
a
man
stand
him.
right here on third down.
Be honest with you. Sending you
Quarterback
straight
checking
up.
the play.
I don't care what's going on. Sending you to rock. I want you to
On
big
third
man
and
him.
long, he's going to have to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and
Oh, I
couldn't
ain't
deliver
gotta
the
hold up.
football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Ducks will line up to punt it away. A fairly
I knew they
short
was gonna do
distance
that.
here toward the sidelines, not his best work.
I knew they was going.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out.
Oh, my Jesus.
They just had
They
no-
knew they gave me the cornerback,
He's
too.
right.
That's bullshit.
Touchdown, Tigers. And they
And did I see what I thought I seen? I think, is my running back out here playing DB? Or do I got 2 Brinks? Oh, I got 2 Brinks on the team. I was about to say,
it's taking the lead here in the fourth.
that's bullshit.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the fourth quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything.
That's how they
can
make
now.
me.
Defense,
Okay.
you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
The defense was playing too damn good,
And
so
Oregon
they
has it
had
back,
to
and
do
here
that.
comes the offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
He's taking the
He
deep
underthrew
shot.
it.
And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Bro, is
You
the
know,
wind
defense felt freaked
going
out
on out here? Like, what the
fourth
fuck?
quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Got his man all by himself. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
That's what's so scary about this offense.
Way to
They've
be
got guys
patient.
in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They're trying to get to it. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and he gets a pop.
And he intercepts it.
Aggressive versus
on,
reckless. It's
bro.
such a fine line when you're trailing and you need to make plays late in the game. The offense was reckless, turned the football over, and this one doesn't look great.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Out of the gun to give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Clemson trying to just bleed this clock dry. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. They go to the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. And he really needs to get away a good kick here. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have... be efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced the situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have...
Looking for a huge play. And he's
Let's go.
inside the 15-yard line.
Way to throw the damn ball out there.
And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
And they're able to score on a drive where they had to have it this late in the game, and they look to their playmaker on the outside to win that one-on-one matchup.
Big time.
Good shit.
trust as a quarterback. You could tell this was a big moment. He threw it to his big play wide receiver. He knew he would come down to it, and now the big play in the fourth quarter for the touchdown.
And he puts it down the middle, and the lead is 3 here in the final period. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. And if you list the priorities here, Jesse, first thing, get your kicker into his comfort zone.
It's a balance here between being conservative and being
Good
aggressive. You know that a
defense.
field goal obviously puts you in a position to win this game, but, David, I don't hate being aggressive here either.
No, I'm going to be aggressive. I'm not leaving it up to my kicker if I have a choice. I trust my offense. I make the plays I know I can make. I watch the clock, but I stay aggressive.
Forced out of the pocket. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. Offense takes a timeout, 27 seconds left. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here.
Oh my God.
Downfield for a huge gain. Touchdown, Clemson. And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the fourth quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Time's running out, Jesse. They're in a world of trouble, but as long as you've got a few ticks, there's a chance.
And they've got a quarterback, David. Just going to have to come down to some good old-fashioned heroics, right? You can't take a sack. You're going to have to buy time, and you're going to have to make some incredible throws.
Buy some time and show off that cannon because he's going to have to throw this thing a long way down the field and get really, really lucky.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Quarterback checking off. He's looking to pass. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the fourth quarter, you've got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you. And that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
He's back to throw on second down. Still looking. Dances away from the heat. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Snatches it on the right. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. Bitterly disappointing start to the season as they can't come up with a W and open 0-1.
There's still so much room to improve for this football team. I know this is not the performance they were expecting here today, but there were plays to be made on the field. And, David, I think moving forward, this team just has to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and when you see it on tape.
Bullshit.